representing the Alphabits group. I'm the project manager. My name is Mercy. So our project is titled Elimu Track Kenya, whereby we'll be dealing with transparency for every school. The product manager is Cynthia, the UX researcher is Lois and Assunta. UI and UX designers are Dennis. The data analyst is Jude. So let's get to the problem. So the quality of education in Kenya is severely undermined by a critical lack of transparency and accountability in the disbursement of public funds to primary schools. So our GCGO is education. Why does it matter? So the failure to perpetuate, this failure perpetuates a cycle of educational inequality, disproportionately harming children in poor and rural communities, thereby limiting Kenya's future potential. Now, let's look at the human impact. So let's give an example of user persona David, a concerned father. So this is a story. David pays school fees, but his son's classroom has no textbooks in the leaking roof. So he has no way of knowing if the government funds for these items. And if these items were ever received or where the money went. So the impact is that David feels powerless to demand better for his child, and his son is being denied a quality education, not due to a lack of funds, but here by lack of transparency. So we look at if you look at the data, missing funds. In 2021, a report by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC in Kenya, found that only 45% of allocated funds for school infrastructure in a sample of countries reached the intended schools. So the source is the EACC. A report on public fund management in the education sector, 2021. So according to UNICEF, over 60% of public primary schools in rural Kenya lack adequate and updated textbooks for all the students. So the data, when you use this data, the public demands for change. So a national survey revealed that 82% of Kenyan citizens believe there is widespread corruption in the management of education funds and support the creation of a public tracking system. So our solution is this. Elimu Track is a single public government website where every school's funding and spending is listed for anyone to see. It's public. So why this solution? We chose transparency as a tool because it directly empowers citizens like David, deters corruption by making transactions visible, and provides the data needed to advocate for fairer resource allocation. So when you look at the user testing feedback, the pain point is where the users were confused by the complex financial charts and the graphs. So they found them quite difficult to understand quickly. So the users were concerned about their safety also and asked if reporting a problem could get them into trouble. So if you look at the user needs, if you look at the pain point number 1, where users are confused by the complex financial charts and graphs, whereby they found them difficult to understand. So the user need here is that the users need transparent access to school funding, so they can see how money is spent and ensure accountability. And the other pain point of where the users were concerned about their safety and asking if reporting a problem could land them into trouble, the users need a simple and safe way to report issues, empowering them to improve school conditions without fear. So these are our improvements. Change 1, we will replace the complex charts with the simple progress bars and icon-based summaries. For example, we'll use a book icon next to textbook budget. Let's say it spent 20% for instant understanding. And then change number 2, we'll redesign the reporting feature to be completely anonymous by default, with clear messaging that no personal data is collected. So that is going to do away with that pain point. So let's look at the next steps with funding. So phase 1 will take 3 months, which will involve building a working prototype and partner with one cooperative county for a pilot launch with 50 public schools. Then phase 2 will take 6 months. We'll conduct a community outreach and collect user feedback to refine the platform. Then phase 3, now this is after, let's say, 1 year, 12 months, we'll advocate for national adoption by the Ministry of Education, using the success of our pilots as proof. So our why. So we started with a simple belief that every child deserves the quality education they are promised. It is their right. So Elimu Track can make a difference by turning a black box of funds into a clear window for the public, ensuring that the money meant for our children's future actually gets to reach them. We'll also check on the appendix, whereby if you look at similar success stories, an instance of Mexico's Escuelas al 100, I think that is the correct pronunciation, I'm not sure. That program used a public infrastructure database to improve accountability and reduced corruption in school refurbishments. Potential partner, we have initiated contact with the Institute for Social Accountability in Kenya for potential collaboration on community training. They're known never miss, right? So the long-term willingness of all 47 county governments to improve standardized, timely data remains a key challenge. It remains a key challenge to address at scale. Thank you.